What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy JTC Reacts, also known as J2 Crazy Reacts, back at it again with another video. Today we're gonna be reacting to Andrew Tate, his case, and people reacting to it, and what's going on about Andrew Tate and some of the things that he said. He's being accused of like sex trafficking. That could be true, that could not be true, but we're gonna react to this video to see what we gonna believe in and what he gonna say, you know what I'm saying? But make sure you enjoy this video. Make sure you like and subscribe and turn on them post notifications. I ain't gonna be before you long. I ain't gonna lie, this is gonna be like a crazy video, man. So enjoy, man. Let's get into it.
I'm not particularly impressed by what he's done.
I get called a pimp a lot, but the reason I use the term is because I don't see it as a negative term. I see it as positively inspirational and motivating person.
Nah.
That's what he did.
Nah.
That's what he did.
Nah. Pimps, electronic and otherwise, are the lowest form of life.
My MO was find girls, make them love me, and make them work for me.
Huh? I ain't gonna lie, that is kind of strange. That is kind of questionable. Like, I never heard him say this before. That's wild. Wow.
I used sex as a tool to make women love me so they'd obey me and live in my house and make me money.
I had these guys selling their houses, life savings, loans, all of it to me. Give me it all.
Bro, it's honestly crazy because this is literally the way that he got rich. I think the way that he got rich was really wrong because he got women to, you know, get on webcam and get their tits out for the internet and talk to random dudes who they don't know or care about. And then, bro, I ain't gonna lie, Andrew Tate, like, he really made millions off of, you know, taking from other dudes. Like, if you really think about that, he really made millions off of taking for other dudes, bro. That's honestly crazy. And then this is the type of people that you don't want to look up to. See, I'm not a big Andrew Tate fan. I don't think I'm a fan of him, but I think I like the things that he say about motivating men to go to the gym, work harder, and you know, all that's great. But like, you gotta be very detailed on the people you look up to, and you gotta know who they truly are in their heart and mind, bro.
I was all about trying to get paid.
So, seems like a lot of conservatives are turning on the Tates and the red pill in general.
What are you charged with?
That's a really good question. I'm charged with being the head of an organized criminal group, which is in charge of recruiting girls to make TikTok videos.
They face charges which include human trafficking and forming a criminal gang to sexually exploit women.
OnlyFans is the best hustle in the world.
Bro, it's honestly insane because these cases on him and these accusations and this accusing, it like, they don't have proof of it, but they just trying to cancel him because it makes sense if you think about it, because a lot of the things that he did in the past, he said it. And now, like, it's all over the internet and people are wondering, why would you do that? So that's the reason why he got in jail in the first place. A lot of things he said were true and a lot of things that he said wasn't true. And I think that he trying to switch his words up. He trying to be more careful. He trying to cover it up so he won't go to jail again, which is makes sense, because if you're a criminal, you're going to do everything you can to keep your millions. But the past never going to change.
Are they accusing you of using violence or?
No. They're accusing me of using the lover boy method, coercing them by being nice.
I don't mention webcam until after I've had sex with the girl. If you're on dates and you're trying to mention it and shit, it just doesn't work. It puts them off. I'd never do that. That's disgusting. I'm not a whore. It's just not gonna work. You continue as normal, no mention of webcam. You fuck the girl. After you fuck the girl, you do the PhD test.
Bro, what? Bro. This dude literally got a step-by-step guide on how to do this, bro. And he don't care. He don't want to cover himself up or nothing, bro. He just telling it like it is, man. This is crazy. This is honestly insane. He got a step-by-step guide on how to do this. Bro, this man's insane, bro. It kind of makes sense if you think about it when he was talking about earlier in the video about the lover boy method. So basically what you're telling me, this dude went out with girls. He was a 4-time kickboxing world champion, right? Who wasn't that much rich at the time. So he decided to do webcam in order to get rich. So he would get girls, go on dates, have sex with them. And after that, he would talk about them getting to a webcam and the woman accepted. He had like 75 different women in different locations getting money off a different man on webcam just so he can get more rich. That's basically that's basically what it is. That's exactly how he got rich. It's crazy.
So yeah, on corporatetape.com I have my PhD program, and that is PhD is a pimp and hose degree.
Bro, guys, he's literally admitted it. A pimp and hose degree, PhD. That's what he was talking about. A PhD test. So, bro, listen. He made millions off of being a pimp. I want y'all to think about that. He made millions off of being a pimp. He was a pimp. I think now keeping his millions because he making a lot of money off of Hustlers University and people subscribing $50 a month and Andrew Tate getting rich off of it. But Andrew Tate is smart, but the way he first created, you know, the millions and put them in his pockets, that won't right at all. Come on, bro. Come on.
Clever. Clever.
That teaches basically how I got girls, how I met girls, how I got girls to like me, how I got girls to fall in love with me to work on webcam for me. And you're always working. Why don't you work for me so we spend more time together? Work for you doing what? So you'll have a webcam business. Oh, I don't want to do that. So, okay, I know you don't want to do that, but listen. Come, let's have a meeting. Let's just talk about it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Fine. But let me explain it to you properly. In fact, I'll bring one of the girls who works for me. Your bottom bitch is the one who does the selling. You don't do the selling. The girl has to hear it from a girl. And this is where your bottom bitch has to be trained. That's why I said it's so important to have a good first girl. Because that's what I did. That was my MO, was find girls, make them love me, and make them work for me.
This guy's insane. Like, this guy's, like, really insane, bro. He would go out with girls, make them fall in love with him, have sex with him, and then so they could work for him to help him make more money. I don't know. And Andrew Tate got a lot of followers. He really do. It's like a cult at this point. He got millions of followers that agree with everything of what he say, but they don't know about the things that he did in the past. It's not very detailed. And it's on the internet. It's aired out all on camera. It's crazy.
This girl's like, okay, well, I'll try it. Put both girls on camera together the first day. So the new girl can sit there and just sit with the other girl and get drunk. Give him a bottle of vodka.
First night that I worked for him, Andrew bought me like 5 bottles of wine. So I got completely drunk because I'd never done webcam work.
Bro, so he would try to get them drunk too, so they didn't know exactly what they were doing?
So I was very, very nervous.
And that's how I got rich. So that teaches everything I know from start to finish about not only getting girls, not only obtaining them, but retaining them. Because that's a completely different game as well.
And over time, I just built up this big little empire of webcam girls. At one point, I had 4 locations, 75 girls working for me. I'd take around half of the money, around 50%.
You take 50%.
Around 50%.
They thought they were on 50%. And I said that the disparity is because of taxes.
He would just pay me a flat fee of £15 an hour.
We got to the point where we had these guys falling in love with my models, serious, big time in love, right? Sending crazy money. And they were convinced they were going to meet the chick. This is almost where I kind of felt bad. Because they're like, can we meet? I've sent you $200,000. I had these guys selling their houses, life savings, loans, all of it to me. Give me it all.
I was all about trying to get paid.
It always kills me that these guys are now the advocates for men and like men suffering and all this stuff.
Yeah,
but they just made their empire of money on stealing from lonely, depressed men.
Yeah.
It just kills me.
So
the irony is so fucking mwah. It's like, hey, lonely, pathetic man, I'm going to save you. But I also made all my money by taking advantage of you.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that's facts. He's speaking facts, though. How you gonna say you don't like what certain things that women do, but you was the head of it and creating it, and you was basically doing the same thing? I ain't gonna lie, this dude really just made millions off of being a pimp.
It's so beautiful. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna set it up so that I'm gonna create this thing with these girls.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take your money. Then I'm gonna turn around and take your money by making you hate these girls.
Yeah. It is crazy. Like when you put it in a holistic, you right.
You double dipped. You double dipped.
Yo.
And it's the man saying, yo, Abba and Preacher, Simps and this and that, and rooting for this motherfucker. You got double dipped.
Yeah, because now he's going on conservative outlets like Tucker Carlson talking about how bad prawn is. And I'm like, bro, you made all of your fortune on prawn.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. This is literally, Webcam is basically prawn, bro. Y'all know what I'm meaning to say, but I ain't gonna say the word. But, bro, he talk about how bad it is and all that stuff, but that's literally how he made his fortune, bro. Getting girls to do certain things for other dudes. So the dudes, the simps, would send the girls money, and then he would take majority of it so he can get rich off of doing it. Bro, that's a pimp. That's a pimp. He got rich off being a pimp. There's no denying it. And he's saying this. He admitted it.
The cars,
why are you sitting here acting different? You're in the webcam business.
Like I used sex as a tool to make women love me so they'd obey me and live in my house to make me money. That's what I wanted. So I was a pimp in that sense.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm telling y'all. He's a pimp, bro. He's a pimp in that sense. And a lot of the things that he's saying now that are good, he knows exactly what he did in the past. That's the reason why he's being accused of this stuff, because of the things that he said in the past about his business, his webcam and prawn and, you know, all that stuff. He said it, bro. He said it.
You're saying I never did those things, but you said that.
I'm gonna be honest with you, even I haven't seen some of these videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, do I think this dude did some trafficking? Absolutely, I believe it. I mean, based off what he said himself, that's why I believe it.
I ain't gonna lie, and here's the thing with Andrew, though. There probably could have been some violence because he has 75 different women in different locations doing the same things that he wanted them to do, commanded of it, and there was no type of violence. There was no misogynistic things that he was doing or none of that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's no way that he was that good at it without, you know, him smacking a girl or, you know, something like that. I mean, he's a pimp. Pimps will do whatever they can to get more money in their pockets.
Here's the thing. I don't believe somebody can run an empire with 75 different women, all of these different locations, bottom bitches, all these enforcers, and there was never no violence. From what I saw from them WhatsApp messages, there were clearly threats of violence and clearly a bunch of women who didn't want to be there. So I'm just saying, what I've seen, it doesn't make me believe that this dude was kosher and kind. No, he even tells himself, I used sex to manipulate them. I was basically coercing them, lying to them about how much they get paid and stealing their money. This dude did everything shady under the sun, admits to it on his own videos by self-snitching, and now wants to claim that I did nothing wrong, I'm a great person. Maybe you are a much better man today, but the shit that you did in the past is still there.
Were there any other instances where there was physical abuse?
I saw him smack girls with a belt.
Some ideas?
She said that he would smack some girls. I don't know about all that, and then she was kind of being over dramatic about it, so I don't know.
I've seen this one.
Yeah.
This is the one that I didn't believe because the girl came on camera and said it was just BDSM stuff. Listen, if she said it, then I'm going to just let that go and move it by the wayside. I wouldn't call this against him personally.
I'm not particularly, what would you say, impressed by what he's done on the sex business front. It seems to me a bit on the pimpy side, let's say.
I get called a pimp a lot, but and the reason I use the term is because I don't see it as a negative term. I see it as positively inspirational and motivating person.
You see what I'm saying? He trying to switch it up. He trying to switch it up. He know what he doing. He trying to switch it up. That is not what it means, bro. That is not what it means. A pimp is everything that you've seen in this video so far that Andrew Tate explained. And the thing with Andrew Tate, I don't know why he self-snitched on himself. I really don't. I really don't know why, but he's a pimp.
IMP, pussy,
Nah.
That's what he did.
Nah.
That's what he did.
Nah.
That's what he did.
Nah.
P-I-M-P. Play it back.
No, I heard what he did.
You're not accepting?
Nah.
You're not?
Nah. That is maybe the most cringe fucking shit. Nah. It's like when the girls talk about crystals and fucking astrology. That's on that level of cringe. Oh.
No, it's the bitch. The bitch. I'm a bitch. Babe in total control of herself.
Bro, that was so zesty. Like, bro, that was so zesty.
Hey!
That's it!
That's it!
That's it!
Pimp, positively inspirational and motivating person.
They're accusing me of using the Loverboy method, coercing them by being nice.
Let me read you then what you have said about what you have done.
Sure.
You have said, my job was to meet a girl, go on a few dates, sleep with her, get her to fall in love with me to the point where she'd do anything I say, and then get her on webcam so we could become rich together.
I don't think that's what I personally said. I think
He trying to cover it up. That's the proof right there. And he said it earlier in the video. If you go replay it back, that's exactly what he said. So I don't know why this dude is trying to lie to say that he didn't do them things in the past, because that's exactly what he did. And the thing, like, he explained it with such great detail. So he did it. Now he's trying to hide from it so it won't get him canceled, and he won't have to go to jail. That's
exactly what you said on your website.
No, I've never said that.
Nah, bro. If you got that on your website, you try to pretend like you don't own the website afterwards. Because he said that. He said, I don't remember. It's on my website. But he advertises the website afterwards. It's just so crazy the way he's trying to switch around. And I understand, because legally his life is on the line. So he wants to disassociate himself with a lot of his past, right? He's made his money from the sex trade. He's exploited these people. Now he wants to walk away scot-free with his money, which I understand. Any good criminal who's made a lot of money would want to be able to do that. But if you're being honest, this man did that shit and he said that stuff, and it's okay. You got to own it.
Tips on raising daughters so they don't end up 304s, prostitutes, on the pole, OnlyFans, etc. Most men I know don't have daughters for these reasons. I'll chime in very quickly and I'll say, one, I have recruited, I think, although you've worked with a lot, more girls into, I guess, the adult entertainment industry than anyone else. I really have. And the one type of girl I couldn't recruit were girls with rich parents. Oh, do that for money. I don't need money. My family's rich. So when I see these broke boys on Twitter and on Instagram be like, oh, my daughter, I'm raising her right, and she's like 9 years old, but he like works some crappy job. He's a wagey. I'm like, she's going to get that Louis Vuitton purse one way or another. So you might want to level up your game and buy it for her, my G.
So since that video has gone viral, a bunch of people seen this video now and have some things to say. One of them being even Jordan Peterson, who came out. He was not holding back. Let me pull this shit up. In response to Andrew Tate in the recent video, he says, pimps, electronic and otherwise, are the lowest form of life.
Hey, that's a good tweet. Peterson knows exactly what he's talking about.
But it's hard to come back from being in those kinds of situations. They destroy human life. So if anybody want to sit here talking about how pimps are, no, don't even try to sell me on that shit. Pimps are some of the lowest forms of life, and I'm not even mad at anybody who wants to say that. How do you feel about pimps? You a big fan?
No, I'm not a fan. No, I'm not a fan. How they were using bottom bitches and stuff like that to get other girls, and some of the girls were very impressed. And after that, what they go through and shit, yeah, no, not impressed.
Some people on the right, myself included, have always been a little skeptical of the guy and pointed out that he's literally a pimp, and that's not great. That's not very conducive to virtue. So Andrew Tate sat down with Tucker Carlson to insist that he's not really a pimp. And my friend Liz Wheeler over there juxtaposed his interview with Tucker with other things that he has said openly on camera, and makes it seem as though either Andrew Tate is suffering from a very serious bout of amnesia or he lied to Tucker. Look, man, I never seduced women and manipulated them into working for me. That's what they're accusing me of. But isn't that so crazy? And then, as Liz points out, he's said many times publicly that this is exactly what he did. The best defense, which he sometimes makes, though recently has been trying not to make, is that he didn't rape the girls, he just seduced them.
You know what's so funny about that line of thinking too is like, When you were thinking about the fact that this guy would joke about them being 15, 16, but like oftentimes they were young 18, 19-year-olds, and as a grown man seducing like such young impressionable minds.
What he's saying is right. What he's saying is facts, you know what I mean? Like, how can you do that to like girls with young impressionable minds that just want to live their life the best way they can, bro? It's not right. See, the thing is, like, it's not wrong with a man wanting to be with the woman, making the woman fall in love with him, and he wants to marry her and have kids and have a bright future for their kids and stuff. That's normal. There's nothing wrong with that. But the fact that you did half of that and you wanted to seduce these women so they can make you more money, come on, bro. That's not right.
To not only fall in love with you, it's like, I think it's one thing if you a grown-ass man, if you want to make these women fall in love with you and then you want to marry them, okay. You know, a 12-year age difference, you want to do that for your life, that's fine. But turning them into sex workers when they're that young and impressionable, is very slimy behavior. And the reason why you go for these young women is because you know they're so malleable and you can take over their minds. And then that's why you do it, right? Okay. Not only because of their virtue, their youth, but also because you know they're malleable, right? So when you're using it for your own self-interest to make that, it makes it an extra level of slimy.
A predator in the jungle is not going to go like, oh shit, that animal looks bigger than me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's going to go from a smaller animal that looks like a prey.
No.
That's what I believe that's what he did. But then again, I believe that's what he did because that's what he said he did.
That's the only reason why. If he never put out those videos on
I wouldn't have any proof, but he said he did those things.
Exactly, that's facts. And I said that earlier in the video, and I'm going to keep telling y'all again. If he never snitched on himself, if he never said any of those things, none of them stuff would have been happening. But because he said those things, the past is now affecting him, bro. And he know what he did was wrong. He know it, but he had to run his mouth and say those things on camera, and that's the reason why he went to jail in the first place. I think he was in jail for about 3-4 months, and then he got released. Now he's back doing what he's doing, but he's on house arrest for right now. But it's crazy.
It's like, I don't have much to say. Like, he said that.
I think a lot of people don't care because it's women on the other end suffering, one. And two, it's women who did sex work.
Yep.
And so for a lot of people, once they see that, they instantly start judging them and say they're less than human, right? Mm-hmm. They don't give a fuck, which is fair. You want to think that way, that's your choice to think that way. But I would say, how many of these women would have become that if it wasn't for this guy? He says it himself. Every girl that he hired had never done this line of work before. And they only did it because he said he made them fall in love with him. So this guy's creating the very kind of women you don't like, and then you guys are therefore shitting on them for becoming those kinds of women. Just saying, if you hate those women for what they do, you should hate him just as much for making them. But no, you want to praise him. Because deep down inside, I think a lot of the people who hate these sex workers also deep down inside want to be with them in different circumstances.
When the proof is, whenever they go to different podcasts, you shit on them, but then subscribe to their OnlyFans.
Yep. That's why I don't like this stuff. Me, I'm perfectly fine with conservative people who want nothing to do with sex work and nothing to do with Andrew Tate. I think that's a perfectly fine thing to do based off the consistency of your morals. But people who shit on these sex workers, but also prop up the kind of man who made them, I just don't get that, in my personal opinion. And I think it's good that conservatives are distancing themselves from it because they just look like clowns when they want to talk about, oh, abortion's bad, sex work is bad, this and that. But then at this time, like, the person that they're hailing as a hero is a fucking self-admitted pimp. Mm-hmm. Really? That's who? Someone who manipulates, scams. I think it's a bit weird to have those two things juxtaposed.
Part of Andrew Tate's job, though, he had to manipulate these women to do certain things that they wasn't comfortable doing, so he would get rich off of doing it. That's the reason why he got rich in the first place. I mean, I think some of the things that he's saying now are good, but like the past is never going to change. And I said that earlier in the video. It's never going to change. So a lot of these things that he did, the way he made this money is really not good. See, people nowadays be getting rich off of doing the wrong things. Like, it's okay to be rich. It's okay to be financially successful. It's okay to be having a stable household and have a beautiful wife and kids, and you want to provide for your family. That's fine. But what did you do to make that money? People nowadays like making their money illegally instead of legally. You know what I'm saying? And the people that do it legally, they still not right. You know what I mean? So how do you really get rich the right way? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but he was very manipulative, and that's the reason why women call him misogynistic, because I think now, like in the past when he was first blowing up, some of the things that he said was kind of misogynistic, and it wasn't agreeable. But I think he did that in order to get clout, and now he's like, now he's doing good, and he's saying the right things about women and, men, going to the gym and working out and having that dedication and mindset. So he really tricked the internet, to be honest. He's smart. That's really all I can say about it, man.
But that's just my opinion. Anything else?
Positively impacting, manipulating people.
Hey, apparently.
Or whatever it is.
I don't know.
He really thought he did something.
He be sounding cheesy as fuck.
He really thought he did
as the most influential man in the world in my Bugatti. It's like, okay, bro, how many times are you going to repeat you're the most influential man in the world? After the 100th time, every interview.
All right, guys, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe and turn on them post notifications so you won't miss a single video, man. I'm out. I hope y'all have a blessed rest of your day, and peace out, guys.